God has an urgent message for you today, and you need to hear this quickly. The house you are staying in right now is not spiritually safe, and there's something dark hiding inside that's affecting your peace and well-being. This isn't just worry or fear talking. This is a divine warning meant to protect you and your family from unseen spiritual dangers. God is alerting you to take immediate action because what's lurking in your home is more serious than you realize. This message comes with divine love to help you recognize the spiritual threat and cleanse your living space before it causes more harm. As you hear these words, know that God sees the spiritual darkness that has entered your home and how it's disturbing your rest, your relationships, and your peace of mind. It's normal to feel confused when unexplained things happen in your house, but remember that God is watching over you with protective care. This warning is your chance to fight back against spiritual forces and turn your home from a place of unrest into a sanctuary of peace. You're receiving this message because there's still time to cleanse your living space and protect your family. Even when spiritual battles in your home feel overwhelming or impossible to understand, trust that this warning is a blessing, because knowing your enemy helps you win the fight against darkness. As you think about your home right now, take time to examine what you've been experiencing in your living space. Just like a detective looks for hidden clues, this divine warning helps you see the spiritual contamination that's been poisoning the atmosphere of your house. Hold on to your faith and courage, but let go of denial and confusion that prevent you from seeing the truth. Just like a homeowner checks for gas leaks that could harm the family, you need to identify the spiritual leaks in your home before they cause more damage to your peace and relationships. There are different types of spiritual threats that can invade homes. Some come from previous residents who left negative energy behind. Others come from objects brought into the house that carry spiritual baggage. Some arrive through people who visit and leave dark influences behind. Still others are attracted to houses where there's ongoing conflict, fear, or spiritual emptiness. This warning isn't meant to terrify you, but to empower you, making you aware of what's really happening, so you can take the right spiritual action to protect your family and restore peace to your dwelling. This warning about your house is more than just information about your living situation. It's a spiritual checkpoint in your journey as a homeowner or resident. It's a time for you to connect with your authority over your living space and find your courage to confront unseen forces that don't belong there. Face this message with a determined heart, knowing that your home should be your sanctuary, not a place of spiritual battle. There's a loving plan at work in your housing situation, and God wants to help you reclaim your peace. Spiritual challenges in your home might feel overwhelming, but see them as opportunities to grow in faith and spiritual authority. Every prayer you speak over your house becomes a lesson that makes you stronger in spiritual warfare. When home disturbances feel frightening or impossible to handle, reach out in prayer for divine intervention and protection. God is always here to give you strength, wisdom, and the spiritual weapons you need to cleanse your living space. In your prayers over your home, you'll find the specific guidance you need to identify what's wrong and how to fix it. Your house is meant to be a place where God's presence dwells, where peace flows like a river, and where every family member feels safe and protected. As we've discussed identifying the spiritual threats in your home, I'd like to help prepare you for ongoing divine protection as well. If these urgent messages about home spiritual safety resonate with your spirit, please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to receive more critical spiritual warnings and protection guidance that could save your family's peace. Pay close attention to the signs around your house that confirm spiritual danger is present. These aren't just coincidences or imagination. They are divine clues sent to help you recognize what's threatening your home's spiritual atmosphere. As you move through your house today, notice unusual sounds that have no explanation, like footsteps when no one is walking, doors opening or closing by themselves, or strange knocking or scratching sounds, especially at night. Watch for temperature changes that don't make sense. Sudden cold spots in certain rooms, areas that never seem to warm up, or places where the air feels thick and oppressive. Pay attention to electrical problems that keep happening. Lights flickering without cause, electronics turning on and off, or devices breaking down repeatedly in the same areas. Notice if your dreams have become disturbing since living in this house, especially nightmares that wake you up, feeling afraid or exhausted. Observe how people and animals act in your home. Do visitors seem uncomfortable or want to leave quickly? Do pets avoid certain rooms or act nervous and frightened for no reason? Do children complain about being scared in their rooms or refuse to be alone in certain areas? Do family members argue more than usual or feel depressed when they're home? Trust your gut feelings about different areas of your house. That uncomfortable feeling when you enter certain rooms, that sense of being watched when you're alone, or that heaviness that lifts when you leave the house. These are your spiritual senses detecting what your eyes cannot see. Remember, you're not facing this spiritual battle for your home alone. God is with you, surrounding your property with divine protection and angelic guards who stand ready to fight alongside you. Around your house stands a team of warrior angels, spiritual protectors, and heavenly defenders, all working to support you in reclaiming your living space from spiritual intruders. This warning about your house is designed to help you win this battle, not to leave you feeling hopeless. And every part of this spiritual warfare is under God's ultimate control. Feel thankful for this divine alert about your home, for it shows how much God cares about your daily peace and family safety. Each step you take to spiritually cleanse your house brings you closer to the sanctuary of rest and joy that God intended your home to be. The universe has not forgotten about your housing situation, and no spiritual force can overcome the power of God's protection when you call upon His name. Your faith is the key that unlocks heaven's army to fight for your home's spiritual freedom. Divine timing, God's perfect schedule, is working in your housing situation right now. When you receive a warning about spiritual danger in your house, at exactly the moment when you have the faith and strength to do something about it, that's sacred timing protecting your family. These moments show you're connected to God's plan for your home environment, living in harmony with divine guidance, even during spiritual battles for your living space. As these warning signs about your house become clearer, let them build your confidence that victory is coming. Each confirmation shows you're being guided toward a spiritually clean and peaceful home. Pay attention to how this message reached you at the perfect time when you needed answers about what's been happening in your house. This isn't random spiritual warfare. It's part of a loving plan to restore your home to the peaceful sanctuary it should be. Keep your heart open to these divine messages about your living space. The more you recognize God's timing, the faster your home's spiritual cleansing will be complete. Just as you receive these urgent divine messages about home spiritual protection, your support helps us continue sharing similar life-saving guidance with others facing spiritual battles in their houses. A small super thanks of $5, $10, or $20 allows these critical warnings to reach families who feel trapped and frightened in their own homes, not knowing how to fight back against spiritual darkness. As you prepare to spiritually cleanse your house, believe that this challenge can lead to amazing spiritual growth and a stronger faith foundation. Just like professional exterminators remove harmful pests that threaten a home's health, spiritual cleansing removes harmful forces that threaten your family's peace and well-being. God arranges these revelations about your house perfectly, giving you exactly what you need to win this battle. Even when the spiritual warfare feels overwhelming at first, focus on building your spiritual authority, because that divine power is what drives darkness out of living spaces. When you stay committed to prayer and keep your heart open to God's guidance, miraculous changes begin happening in your home's atmosphere. Peace you never thought possible starts filling rooms that once felt heavy and oppressive. Every step you take toward spiritually claiming your house brings you closer to the sanctuary of rest that God intended for you and your family. Your relationship with God is your greatest weapon during these home spiritual battles, and your faith creates the foundation for lasting peace in your dwelling. As you get ready to take back spiritual control of your house, make it a habit to say, "My home is divinely protected and blessed," every morning when you wake up and every evening before you sleep. Speak these words with complete authority and faith. This simple practice builds a shield of divine protection around your entire property that darkness cannot penetrate or overcome. When fear creeps in about what might be lurking in your house, or when spiritual disturbances seem too strong to handle, pause for a moment. Use this time to walk through each room of your home while praying for God's cleansing power to fill every corner, closet, and space. Begin each day by thanking God for protecting your family and your dwelling, and ask Him to station angels at every entrance to your home. When you fill your house with worship music, Bible verses spoken aloud, and prayers of gratitude, you create an atmosphere where evil cannot survive. Place blessed objects in rooms where you've noticed spiritual activity. Your faith-filled words are the key that unlocks heaven's protection over your living space, driving out every unwelcome spiritual presence. During this spiritual battle for your home, you're not just protecting your own family, but also becoming someone who can help others facing similar housing spiritual warfare. This experience offers you a chance to show God's power in action against forces of darkness. Each victory you win in your house gives you new wisdom to share hope and practical guidance with neighbors and friends who might be dealing with their own spiritual home invasions. As you pray for protection over your property and connect with God's authority, remember to reach out to mature believers who understand spiritual warfare. Your testimony of home cleansing can inspire and encourage others who feel trapped and afraid in their own living spaces. Use your story to bring light and hope to families suffering in spiritual bondage within their houses. Embrace each day as a chance to build a network of spiritually protected homes in your neighborhood, creating a community of prayer coverage that stands firm against any spiritual attack on family dwellings. In closing, as we face the spiritual dangers in your house and whatever darkness may be hiding there, let's move forward with courage and divine authority. Be prepared to welcome God's cleansing power, face spiritual battles with unwavering faith, and recognize every sign of victory as darkness flees from your home. Trust in the power of prayer spoken over your dwelling, and in God's constant presence protecting your family. You are on a path to complete spiritual victory in your house, surrounded by divine love and strengthened by faith. Keep saying, "My home is divinely protected and blessed," and watch as God's power transforms your living space into a sanctuary of peace. If this urgent message has helped you recognize spiritual dangers in your house and given you hope for victory, please like this video immediately and subscribe to our channel for more critical divine warnings about home protection. Hit the notification bell so you never miss an urgent spiritual alert that could save your family's peace and safety. When you share this message, you help other families trapped in spiritual battles for their homes. Each person who receives this warning through you becomes part of your legacy of protection and spiritual victory. Dear Lord, please give us strength to face spiritual battles in our homes and the wisdom to see your power driving out every form of darkness. Cleanse our houses and make them sanctuaries of your peace. Amen. If this message has opened your eyes to spiritual dangers in your home or given you courage to fight back, consider showing your appreciation with a super thanks of $5, $10, $20 or more. Your support helps us continue sharing these life-saving divine messages with families who desperately need spiritual protection for their homes. Please share in the comments what specific spiritual home protection topics or divine messages about housing safety you'd like to hear in our next video. Your suggestions help us bring you the urgent guidance you and your family need most to stay spiritually safe in your dwelling.